Work stress, is it stealing your energy and focus? If so, and you're ready to learn how to manage stress like a pro and reclaim your peace of mind, stay with me. I've got you covered. So I like to think of stress being the roller coaster of life. I personally have had many times in my life when I've been juggling the world, unrealistic expectations from clients, last minute deadlines, trying to be the best boss, trying to be the best wife, trying to stay fit in the gym, trying to keep myself sane. You name it, it was on the list. And honestly, it was mentally exhausting and overwhelming. And the last time that happened, I said to myself, something has to change. Chronic workplace stress can lead to serious health complications. In fact, employees experiencing high stress levels are at a 97% increased risk of developing conditions like atrial fibrillation. Look, I'll be honest, I don't even know what that is, and I don't want to. Step 1, identifying stress triggers. So the first step to managing stress is to identify what's causing it. Stress triggers can be anything. Something like public speaking that a lot of us might find scary and stressful, or something really simple like talking to a boss. But here's a simple thing that you can do. Create a stress log. Even if you think you know what's causing your stress, for 1 week, grab your phone and jot it down. What happened? How did you feel? And how did you react? And simple patterns will emerge for you to clearly be able to say, X, Y, and Z are my stress triggers. Once you know what your triggers are, that's when you can begin to tackle it proactively. So for example, my key stress trigger is public speaking to large groups. And a lot of you that know me and that are watching this are going to be like, really? You're so confident. You're such a people person. But it's true. That's what it is. And it's kind of unfortunate that in the early days of my career, I had no idea how to handle stress because I worked in sales and I was out public speaking to large groups every single day. And so, as you can imagine, my stress was through the roof until I was 20, 2 years into my career, and I lost about 30% of my hair overnight. So I've spoken to a few people about this, but never to the extent of how it affected me. And I've definitely never considered sharing photos online, but for me to be truly authentic and vulnerable with you, that's what I've decided to do. For 6 months, I tried every product on the market with no success. And it took me one conversation with my mum and one realization that it was stress-induced for me to be able to make a change. It was a defining moment in my life where I decided to prioritize health above anything else, and I've never looked back. And yes, my hair grew back. So once I knew that it was public speaking triggering my stress, I simply began preparing more, rehearsing more thoroughly, preparing for questions. Little things like taking water with me to meetings made a huge difference in how comfortable I felt. Through identifying my stress trigger and using exposure therapy, I built confidence, character, resilience, everything that I am today, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So, since I've been super vulnerable with you, ask yourself, what's your biggest stress trigger at work? And if you feel like it, drop it in the comments below because it'll help me create more specialized tools for you in future videos. Step 2, prioritize and organize tasks. One of the biggest stress triggers at work is feeling like you have too much to do in too little time. And so this is where my strengths lie with prioritization and organization. A great system to help with this is time blocking. Now, time blocking allows you to divide the day into blocks of time dedicated to specific tasks. For example, reactive work early morning, presentation prep late morning, meetings and emails in the afternoon, with regular short breaks in between. The key is to plan ahead of time, stick to your schedule, and minimize distractions during each block. So I personally have been doing this for years, and honestly, it's been a game changer, helping me maximize my time and output, reduce my stress, and also set boundaries. So you can actually say and mean, oh no, sorry, that's not going to work because I'm actually in back-to-backs all day, but I wonder if I can get that last minute request over to you tomorrow morning. And you can schedule that request into reactive work for the following morning. Time blocking helps you create structure, which can allow you to focus on the most important tasks without constantly switching gear. And as a result, it reduces a lot of unnecessary pressure. Step 3, create a positive work environment. Your work environment plays a huge role in how stressed you feel. Usually, if you have a cluttered environment, you have a cluttered mind. So take 2 minutes at the beginning of each day to simply tidy up your desk, wash your coffee mug, and start the day with a fresh, clean slate. Also, you can consider adding a few personal touches to your environment. Maybe a cute photo on your desk, buy a plant for the office, a personalized cup, whatever it is, it will all help in creating a positive work environment. Think of it this way: when your surroundings are organized, your mind is free to focus on what truly matters. Step 4, focus on what you can control. Now let's talk about focus and control, because we often stress about things outside of our control, and I'm guilty as charged. For example, you can't control organizational changes or job security, but you can control your actions and reactions. So a good question to ask yourself is, what can I personally do to make this stressful situation better? For example, if you're worried about organizational changes, focus on improving your skills to become more attractive to future employers. And here's a list of other suggestions, but if your key stress trigger at work didn't make the list, feel free to drop me an email at jessica@thekindnesscatalog.com and I'd be more than happy to give you some friendly advice. Step 5, communicate effectively. Effective communication is key to managing stress at work. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed, share it with someone. Have you ever tried speaking to your manager about your workload? If not, how do you expect the situation to change? If you see this as an opportunity, pause the video, reach out to your boss and schedule a 30-minute check-in. Sometimes taking that first step of communication can seem like the scariest thing in the world, but it's also the most important thing. Express your concerns calmly and clearly and be open to a solution. Be really clear with your intentions. This is not an opportunity to complain and blame. That's for your spouse or journal after hours. Assertive communication is about expressing your needs whilst also respecting other people's perspectives. When you communicate well, you develop stronger relationships, but also develop the confidence to do it as often as you like, which ultimately leads to reducing your overall stress. So there you have it, 5 practical steps on how to reduce stress at work. Identify stress triggers, prioritize and organize tasks, create a positive work environment, focus on what you can control, and communicate effectively. Stress at work is inevitable, but how you handle it is up to you. With the right mindset and tools, you can take control of your stress and thrive in any situation. So talking of stress, I've created a 10-minute guided meditation, which you can check out in the link above, specifically focused on helping you reduce stress through calming the nervous system and reframing how we think about stress. So do give it a go, and if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends or co-workers if you feel like they need it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.